ಸ್ವರ್ಗಾಪವರ್ಗ ಸೌಖ್ಯದಾಯಿನಿ ಸ್ವರ್ಗಾಪವರ್ಗ ಸೌಖ್ಯದಾಯಿನಿ ಸ್ವರ್ಗಾಪವರ್ಗ ಸೌಖ್ಯ ವಿನೋದಿನಿ ಹರಿ ಕೇಶಭಾಮಿನಿ ವಿನೋದಿನಿ ಹರಿ ಕೇಶಭಾಮಿನಿ ಸ ಸ ಗ ಗ ಮ ಮ ಪ ಸ ಸ ನಿ ನಿ ದ ರ ಮ ಗ ಮ ಗ ಸ ನಿ ದ ಮ ಗ ಮ ಗ ರಿ ಸ ಮ ಗ ರಿ ಸ ಸ ನಿ ದ ಮ ಪ ಪ ಸ ಸ ಗ ಗ ಮ ಮ ಗ ಗ ರಿ ರಿ ಸ ಸ ನಿ ನಿ ದ ದ ಮ ಮ ಗ ರಿ ಸ ನಿ ಗ ದೇವಿ ದುರಿತ ನಿವಾರಿಣಿ ದುರ್ಗಾ ದೇವಿ
Respected Vice Chancellor Sir, respected Principal Sir, Pro Vice Chancellor, respected faculty members, respected guests, dear Swamiji, and my very dear young friends, youth, students. I am very happy to meet you this morning. I was very happy to know that the institution is providing quality education to the students and is also concerned about value education. Today's topic is value education, why and how. What do we find? What is the present scenario? Present scenario is very alarming. The number of suicides among the youth particularly is increasing. Not only in India, all over the world. But more concern is that in India it is much more now, for the time being. At the same time, drug addiction, schizophrenia, these are all coming to the Indian youth also. Some years back, UNESCO was concerned about the number of suicides and schizophrenic passions and drug addiction of the youth of America, Japan and Sweden. But now, in India also these problems have come. When I say that values should be respected, truthfulness, honesty, then many people retort, Swamiji, wo jamana chala gaya. That time is over. Satyamev jayate. No. Now asatyamev jayate. Whosoever will speak the truth will fall behind. And whosoever is clever enough to follow unethical principles, he will go ahead. Transparency International carries out survey about corruption. And India has the distinction of becoming the 93rd position out of 180 countries. India is 93rd. First is Denmark, least corrupt. And Sumeria is the highest corrupt. And the index of Denmark is 19. Index of India is 39. Corruption CPI. And Sumeria is 91. With 39 rating, we are 93rd. So we can be proud we are more less corrupt than 90 countries. but we are more corrupt than another 90 countries. Our nation as a whole. You see, where Indian spiritual culture speaks about Satyam Vada, Dharmam Chara, these are the values that are being taught from thousands of years. It had been taught in Nalanda University from that time onwards. And we were giving education not only of this world, but spiritual knowledge was given importance in this country. Mundakopanishad says, Dve vidye veditavye, parachaiva parachay. Two types of knowledge, two types of vidya. Apara vidya. What is apara vidya? Anything that is concerned with this word is apara vidya. Physics, chemistry, geography, history, physics, chemistry, mathematics, geography, history, and all the other faculties. Not only that, knowledge of scriptures, knowledge of Vedas, everything is aparavidya. What is paravidya? Paravidya is the knowledge that leads to the absolute reality which is beyond time, space and causation. In the modern language, we can say that during those times, SQ was being taught. Though that time SQ was not discovered, but spiritual knowledge was given. Now the modern science is telling that you must develop SQ. It is now, but that time we were giving. But now the time has come when we have forgotten the values, we have forgotten our mantra, Satyameva Jayate, and that is why the Transparency International carried out survey and we are 93rd position. Few years back, the survey when it was carried out, they found that the highest corruption was in the field of education. 21,600 crores rupees of corruption was done. Now what to do? Sri Ramakrishna used to tell a story. There was a person who was possessed with ghost. So they called an exorcist to remove that ghost. So that exorcist, what we say, mantravadi. They call him mantravadi. So the mantravadi sat down, started worship, and then he took up the mustard seed to throw on the head of ghost, so the ghost will have to live. Now the mantras were so powerful. The ghost was very intelligent. So he found out the mantras are very powerful, I will have to go away. So what he did, he entered into the mustard seeds. How do you remove the ghost? How do you remove the ghost? By mustard seeds containing ghost. So we want to remove corruption from the country by education. And education contains the ghost of corruption. How do you remove the ghost of corruption? That is the paradox. What Swami Vivekananda said, what we want is man-making education, character-building education. And sometimes I jokingly say what we are giving is demon-making education. Not man-making education, Rakshasa-making education. Many other institutions, I am not saying here, but I have seen many institutions where the only they know is money. And for money they can do anything. Why I am saying demon-making education is does not mean that Rakshasa is not with the two horns that you see in TV. No. Modern Rakshasa come in safari suit. modern Rakshasi, they come in jeans. So, Rakshasi, they come in modern dress. But inside they are Rakshasa. What is Rakshasa? Bhartrihari says in his book Niti Shatakam, there are 4 types of people in the society. What are the 4 types? Eke Satpurusha Parartha Ghataka Swarthan Parityajye Samanyastu Parartham Udyam Avrata Swartha Avirodheneye Temi Manav Rakshasaha Parahitam Swartha Dignantiye Ye tu Dignanti Nirarthakam Parahitam Teke Najani Mahe. He says there are 4 types of people in the society. So many years back, so purely 4 types of people in society. Number 1, Satpurusha. What are they like? They are excellent human beings. They try to serve humanity at their own cost. They sacrifice their lives for doing good to humanity. That is Satpurusha. Second, Samanya Manushya, ordinary human beings. They first try to good to themselves and then they try to good to others. Third, Manav Rakshasa. The name is given Manav Rakshasa, not Rakshasa, Manav Rakshasa. They are human beings externally, but actually they are demons in human form. So a typical name is given Manav Rakshasa. What are these Manav Rakshasa? What do? For their small self-interest, they can do any amount of harm to others. Any amount of harm. Supposing there is an executive engineer. So he is in the government. So a check dam has to be constructed. So he tells the builder. He gives a contract to the builder. He says, I gave the contract to you, but you must give 1 crore rupees from under the table in cash. So now the builder, what does he say? He gives 1 crore rupees cash to executive engineer. And while constructing the dam, what does he do? Less of cement, more of sand. Naturally, after all, from where that money will come? So naturally, he takes more of sand, less of cement. So dam is constructed. Now inauguration. So minister has been told to come for inauguration, but minister is very busy. By the time minister gives the date, there is a heavy rain, dam is gone. Before inauguration, dam is gone. Dam is burst. And hundreds of people died. Thousands of people, thousands of houses are destroyed, carried away in the river, and crores of rupees of loss to the government. But that executive engineer says, कोई बात नहीं, मेरा तो मकान बन गया 1 करोड़ रुपए में, देश जाए भाड़ में, समाज जाए भाड़ में. What is he? Manav? Isn't it? For small self-interest, you can do any amount of harm to others. That is Manav Rakshasa. And such Manav Rakshasa, I have given only one example. It is there in every field of society. But I do not go into the details. You know better than me. You are living in the society. You know how many types of Rakshasa in very weak types of form they are existing. All Manav Rakshasa everywhere. For their small self-interest, they can do any amount of harm to others. Now, Bhartrihari says there are 4 types also. But he says, I am not able to give the name. Because first is Satpurusha, second, Manav Rakshasa, second is Samanya Manusha, third, Manav Rakshasa, fourth, what name I can give? So he said, I cannot give the name, but I can tell you what do they do. Third type of people, their small self-interest, they can do any amount of harm to others. But fourth type, they enjoy the others' downfall without getting any benefit to themselves. They do not get any benefit. They do not get any, but they enjoy others' downfall. So, some student has failed. Oh, very good, very good. Did you get one more mark? No, he has failed. I am so happy. किसी का घर आग लग गई. Oh, somebody's house is burning. Very good, very good. But did you get something? No. But his house is burning. I am so happy. So such people, they are worse than Manav Rakshasa. At least Rakshasa, they are getting something. Without getting anything, they are enjoying others' downfall. This is 4 type of people. So Bhartri talks about 4 types of people. But if the 5th type was not there, I have made a latest research, 5th type. Now, I cannot say, Te ke na jani mein, I cannot give the name. But I tell you what they do. 4 type of people, without their own benefit, they enjoy others' downfall. And 5th type of people, they enjoy others' downfall so much that by harming themselves, they do harm to others. So they sit down in the aeroplane and just strike with the World Trade Center. Oh, 2,500 people died. I'm so happy. I have died, doesn't matter. But I have killed 2,500 people. I'm so happy. By killing others, killing yourself, you kill others. That is the 5th type of people. So, in the society, there are 5th type is there, isn't it? Is there? Isn't it there? And you know the story of the conch shell. But I don't have the time to tell about the story now. So conch shell story is there, whether they say ultimately says that he loses one eye, but the neighbor is gone, he dies. So he is very happy, the neighbor has died. I lost one eye, doesn't matter, but the neighbor is dead, that I am so happy. So by harming themselves, they do harm to others. This is the 5th type. 4th type, no harm to themselves, no benefit to themselves, but harm to others. They enjoy. 3rd type, for small self-interest, they can do any amount of others. Everywhere Manav Rakshasa. Samanya Manusha are there, less. And Satpurusha, you have to see with the microscope. Microscopic minority. That is why Swami Vivekananda said, what we want is man making education, not Rakshasa making education, not Devan making education, man making education, character building education. This should be given utmost importance. All other things are very, very necessary. But without this thing, everything is lost.
My name is Professor Y.S.R. Murthy. I am the Vice Chancellor of Swamy University. Today we are delighted to organize an important talk by Swamy Nikhileshwaranandaji Maharaj from Ramakrishna Mission Ashram, Rajkot, in collaboration with the RV College of Engineering. If you look at the contemporary situation, mental illnesses are increasing. Often students, teachers, non-teaching staff alike are at important crossroads. They are confused. Sometimes you find that they are unable to take important calls. Depression and other illnesses are rising, and that's why there is a need for a strong moral compass, and that is why there is a need for value education. And when we look at the corruption levels, when we look at things that are done, medical ethics violations or violation of professional ethics by lawyers, etc., we find that education is giving the current generation like knowledge and information, but they are not making them very productive individuals. And it's very important to recognize that the emotional intelligence, spiritual intelligence is also necessary. And we are so delighted that a senior monk from the Ramakrishna order, Swamy Nikhileshwaranandaji, has come to our campus to inspire our students, and he gave a very powerful message to all the students and teachers so that they can become more enlightened citizens, and they can become, he talked about the importance of character making education, nation building education, emphasized by Swami Vivekananda. And this is the current need of the hour, and unless students imbibe these values, unless teachers and non-teaching staff imbibe these values, they cannot inspire the next generation. RV University strives for transformative education. We want to produce future leaders who will change and clean the entire country of various evils like dowry and corruption and other such evils. And towards this end, we believe that value education, character formation are extremely critical. RV University's vision is to be a world-class, tech-driven global university for liberal education. And the true education is enables a human being to have not only IQ but also emotional quotient and also spiritual quotient. And once all these three elements are together, they become more enlightened citizens and they can transform the country.
RV University already taken a step forward in spiritual conscience for students. As of now, we have seen that. And what are all the other things you are doing for this? Any plans, future plans?
We have hosted distinguished lectures by eminent personalities, including Swamy Nikhileshwaranandaji from Ramakrishna Mission, New York, and we all have plans to host more such talks, and we are planning to establish a Vivekananda study circle where students, teachers and other staff members can sit together one day in a week, take up a workup from Vivekananda, reflect on it, and also see how best use those inspirational sayings to convert or transform oneself for a better world.
Yeah, today's topic is value education, why and how. Why this topic is of utmost importance is that Swami Vivekananda said, what we want is man-making education, character building education. But what do we find? That in most of the institutions, this character building message is not there. The importance is given to breadwinning education. It is not man-making education, money-making education. Of course, package is very important. But what is the need of that? What is the use of that package if after getting that package you commit suicide, or you become schizophrenic, or you become a drug addict? So many problems are increasing out in UNESCO, not only India, all over the world. Drug addicts are increasing, schizophrenic passions are increasing, suicides in the youth is too much, and human values are at stake. So, in order to save the whole world from this situation, what is important is Indian spiritual culture should penetrate everywhere. But unfortunately, even in India, in our Indian schools and colleges, this Indian spiritual culture is not there. I am very happy that NEP 2020 has recognized the importance of Indian spiritual culture, Indian knowledge system IKS, and it has incorporated. So if we implement this NEP 2020, it will go a long way. And one of the important things given there is this value education. Because if we want to become Vishwaguru, our national building has to take place. National building cannot take place without the character building of the citizens, particularly of the students. That is what Swami Vivekananda said. And that is why he stressed the importance of man-making education, character building education. So today there is an urgent need of this value education. Otherwise, more and more of suicides, more of drug addictions and schizophrenic patients. People are under tension. They have no peace of mind. Happiness is not there. In spite of the increasing packages, the happiness is not there. All this is because of the lack of values in the society and values and lack in the personality. So we advise total personality development. That is physical, mental, intellectual, moral and spiritual. Which means we want all the three. We want IQ, of course very important. More important is EQ. Daniel Goleman, when they researched in 1991, said EQ is more important than IQ, that is emotional intelligence. And the latest discovery of the modern science is SQ. Dana Zohar, she is a professor in Oxford University, she has written a book. The name of the book is SQ, Spiritual Intelligence, the Ultimate Intelligence, where she says neurologically, physiologically, psychologically, physiologically. From every point of view, there is a concluding evidence. There is something called SQ, which is the basis of both IQ and EQ. IQ will tell you how to play the game of life. EQ will tell you how to play the game of life better under changed circumstances. But SQ will tell you why to play the game of life. What is the purpose of life? Now this is the need of the hour when we want to develop SQ with our students. Then they will get not only good package but also happiness and peace. So value education is a must, and for which what we derive is that in our educational institutions, total personality development should be taught not only by classes and audiovisual aids, but through various other methods, non-formal methods, through social media. These things have to be incorporated, and when our students, they develop total personality, they have IQ, EQ and SQ, all the three, then they will become enlightened citizens. It will make India march forward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.